50 meters. I guess you American guys have no idea how far that is, right? Well, I think it's somewhere, to give you a clue, I think it's somewhere in this town. Now I know the audio now is gonna be bad, so don't be too choosy. Would be better if I put it on my head, but then some of you get nausea, right? Okay, this guy's turning this way.
In 200 meters, turn right onto Arthur Street West.
Yeah, this is Thunder Bay, Ontario. Very west.
Take the next right onto Arthur Street West.
Like the border with the US and the state of Minnesota is 40 miles away. I knew it. Screw you, pilot. I'm not paying $1.40 per liter. $1.36, yes sir, saving 3.4 cents. Jeez. Now look at that. You see that lineup in the front? Those are the people that are trying to get into Tim Horton. So all in Canada, you will see this. No other country in the world.
Head west on Arthur Street West, Euclid Avenue.
at the entrance or exit because I'm already thinking how I'm gonna get out of this plaza. feel sorry for the truck. So much weight. Put the pusher down because this one is so small. Sometimes I do this just to remove the pressure. Or the pusher is down. Bags are filling up. Yeah, I think I used 5 over here. My top one. Running on all axles. And now I can tighten my chains because they're gonna be loose anyway. You know, these ones never get loose because it pulls the machine this way towards this. But and I removed one hook and I put it across like this. And then over here I use my shackles. And more shackles here. Oh, you see? This one is loose. The broker said the machine was 11.8 I measured the bucket, it's under 10. This is loose too. So yeah, now I just need to hide these blocks because I have no room in there. I cannot climb underneath. So I'll just put them somewhere here. Yeah, maybe over there. Let me time it down with chain. Okay, now we can shut down the truck. Watching my pressure is rising. Yeah, that should be good enough. Let's see what this thing now says. Wait. I think that's a good number. Like that sounds like so 142 700, and it estimates my steer at 18 and my pusher in my drives at 51,500 and 75. So what? 75 on the back? Jeez. Wow. No, I think it's not 18, it's 16. Hold on. Let's remove the brakes, because that's what they recommend. 51,500, 75,200, 142. No, that's correct. So let's see. We'll just do a, you know, common sense check. 142,700 minus, I know my weight is 53, well, a bit less now because I only have half a tank of 50% of fuel. So that says that this machine is 89,700 pounds, which sounds, I was hoping it would be less, but they said 90,000, so that's what it is. See, 89,700. But of course, I think I got the 142,700. So minus minus 75,200 minus 51,500. 16. Yeah, so not 18. Sorry, I just. So 16. It's pretty hot inside the truck, but I got all my windows open. This is my favorite feature of this truck. Except that quite often it just, you have to put something in here, otherwise it just slams shut by itself. And I just left the cat dealer because if you want to go for lunch, you have to, you know, and my truck was in there, right there. You can still see some of those machines in there, R1700Gs. And so just parked right here. And there's a bunch of stores. And there's a Metro, which is like a cool big grocery store, like a supermarket. There's a Walmart somewhere. Oh, and I went, you saw, right where I went to get fuel at that Canadian Tire Gas Plus, across the street there's a Metro, and I'm still waiting for my permits and my bond, so I just thought I parked the truck here and went over there. I wanted to go to the Metro, and then I finally found a coffee shop, Seattle Best Coffee. You know, actually pretty nice. They can do Americano, everything, kind of like Starbucks, because actually I think that's where Starbucks originated, right, in Seattle. And of course you probably know the story why the coffee is called Americano is because Italians who always drink espresso, straight espresso, they were laughing at American tourists coming to Italy who were complaining that espresso was too strong. And so Italians saw the opportunity to make some quick bucks, and they just started adding water to espresso. And Americans loved it, and Italians were laughing on their way to the bank because now they can sell much more coffee, right? Because now instead of one espresso, you know, whatever, or two, you just half of 3/4 of this, maybe like this much, is water, right? And they call it Americano. And so it's pretty much an offensive term. It means diluted espresso. But I'm not Italian, I'm not American, I'm Russian, so I like it. Good enough for me. And I've been exchanging information with the bond broker, right? The guy that's getting me the bond. So once again, if you are independent and you don't want to go through the hassle and pay that huge insurance, you don't have to be bonded. If you want to go into, let's say, Mexico or Canada, or from Canada to US, you can find a company that will agree to charge you on a trip basis. So basically this is like a permit, right? Like I'm getting a permit for this trip for each state, and I'm also getting a bond, but the rules are pretty strict. You have to follow them by the book, you know, cancel it, you have to know what to do at the border after the load is delivered. So that's why it's pretty difficult to find a broker who will trust you with his bond, because if you do something wrong, it goes against him or her, and they can get huge fines, you know, if you misuse their bond. Or the worst offense is you forget to cancel it when you deliver your load. And so the guy asked me for shipper and consignee info. He asked me where it was going, like the final destination overseas, what's the shipping company is, you know, like the big ocean shipping company, and he wanted a booking number, which basically confirms that this machine is not going to be dropped off in US, right? That's what they don't want. That's why the whole purpose of the bond is to take it through US in transit without dealing with US customs, right? Like it's not going into US, it goes overseas, and we're just using US as a shortcut to get to the port in my case, right? And they're very particular about this because of course some people try to abuse the system. They don't want to pay the duties or whatever, right? And so the bond is, I don't like them, but the reality is that's what quite often shippers and brokers wanted to do, carry it in bond when it goes overseas. So they just wanted to deliver to the port or to a custom approved warehouse at the border, let's say when it goes into Mexico, all that good stuff. And I'm still, oh, and I was exchanging emails with this guy. It was taking forever, so I figured they were busy, and I just finally called him. I said, is there anything else you need? Or he says, well, the last thing is we just need to send you a form for your credit card authorization. And I said, can we do it over the phone? I get my credit card, I can just read you the numbers. And the guy, okay. I guess he was just trying to delay the inevitable a little bit since he's busy, but he took care of the payment. And let's see if it was declined or approved. The subject line of the email says receipt. Hi Sergey, copy of a visa receipt is attached. We are processing your bond document with CBP now. Cool. So let's see how much he charged me. $350 US. So it's not cheap, but you know, that's why you cannot do cheap loads. Okay, let me just shoot him a quick answer. 10-4. Thank you. Alright, so this is done, or this is getting done, and now of course the worst part is the permits. I prepared everything. I prepared the draft with the routing and approximate, like the load info, because I knew my serial number of the machine, right? I knew the make and model. I know my axle weights and spacings, and that's actually already preset in my permit application form, because I'm dealing with the same company. And so what I had to do today, like amend that form a little bit. So I checked how wide the machine is, and of course the blade is the widest point, and it was under 10 feet. and so I put that in and I sent it to the broker, and I was afraid they would say, you know, no, or they might start sending me through some crazy detours because I don't have a stinger, right? I'm on 8 axles and the trailer is like straight in a row, right? And I told them, I said, if some states give you a hard time, just, you know, just find me a alternate route and we'll just go through a different state, you know. Like some states just don't like it when you don't have a stinger, when you're over a certain weight, like Ohio, right? I keep mentioning this. When you're over 132 or 135, I keep forgetting, 1,000 pounds, they wanted to have a Jeep or a stinger. But we're not going through Ohio, so from here it's just half an hour to the border, and then it's Minnesota, and then it's Iowa, right? Oklahoma, Texas. It's like just a few states, you know. It's not that bad, but now it will be a good test to see who will allow me to travel gross weight 142.7 on 8 axles. Like I know Iowa, Minnesota, they don't care because I'm over there, I'm registered for 150,000 pounds, you know, my maximum weight, and I'm below that. Yeah, you see. But I'm a bit concerned about Texas and Oklahoma, especially since in Oklahoma I gotta run on that I-44, which is tall, but I am less than 10 feet wide and I'm legal height, except that I'm heavy, so I don't know, will they allow me to go on that tall freeway over there? But so that's what worries me a little bit, these permits, right? Because the worst case scenario, you know, they can say no, you know, like let's say Minnesota says you're too heavy on the trailer, and then what do? You drop this back, or you try to flip it around, you know, put the bucket in the front. It would be a nightmare, you know, because I got 10 chains on it. I don't wanna redo everything, and that's why I brought the flip axle, right? So hopefully it'll help me. But I know in lots of states the flip axle doesn't get too much respect, you know. So this will be an interesting run to see where I can run with 4 axles, or where I should maybe invest 15 grand US into that spreader and turn my flip axle into a stinger, single axle stinger, because then I know I wouldn't have a problem, because then they give you full 20,000 pounds, you know. I could have 80,000, like 60 on the trailer and 20 on the stinger. But it's just another headache, you know, and it's 15 grand. So this will be a test run to see where I can go with 8 axles. So stay tuned. Over the next few days we'll be doing driving videos. So today was loading and chaining and dealing with the bureaucratic obstacles, and after this it'll be just drive, baby. Thanks for watching.